terms of Division I volleyball blue bloods, this may be the most marquee NCAA tournament second-round matchup ever. 8-seed Penn State, the defending national champs, taking on a Texas squad that won it all in 2022 and 2023. And the winner moves on to the regional semis, which Texas will host if they can knock off the Nittany Lions. 4-seed Indiana awaits the winner of the Longhorns and Penn State. And welcome to Gregory Gymnasium in Austin. Alongside two-time All-Big West outside hitter Victoria Dennis, I'm David Salzman. Penn State, Texas, second round. It doesn't get any bigger.
It does not get any bigger, and neither does the offense or defense we're going to see. We can talk offense numbers all day long, but this game is going to come down to who can play the better defense in transition.
The history with Penn State and Texas in the NCAA tournament is unmatched. Combined over 200 tournament wins. Texas with just an edge of 2, 119 to 117. Penn State, the defending champs, with 8 titles, and Texas with 4. Well, you said a lot of offense, Victoria, and we'll see that on the Penn State side with Kennedy Martin.
Kennedy Martin is lethal in the front row and back row. How? Because she gets her feet to the apex every single time. Watch for her to run different routes no matter where she is on the court.
She's one of 14 Player of the Year semifinalists. So is Tori Stafford for the Longhorns.
Tori Stafford's vision and volley IQ is how she is so elite night in and night out. Not only her offense, but her defense. She's digging to location and is up in the back row as well.
Kennedy Martin, 22 kills in the win over South Florida. Rest of the team had 26. Martin was dominant, hitting .341, and Texas dominated in their sweep of Florida A&M yesterday. Stafford, 13 kills, hitting .462. Crowd already buzzing. You can squeeze in just under 4,500 fans here at Gregory Gym. A matchup of superstars with Tori Stafford and Kennedy Martin. What's the key, though, for the Nittany Lions and the Longhorns to move on?
The key for the Nittany Lions is find their middles in transition. They have to get their middles going early on to allow their pins to have more one-on-one opportunities. Texas, on the other hand, well, can they distribute the ball throughout the duration of the match? Watch for Texas to do that.
19 straight regional semifinal appearances by Texas is the longest active streak in Division I. They've had 36 regional semifinal appearances overall, which matches the number of appearances in the regional semis for Penn State. We could spend all night going through the history of these two squads and the success they have had at this level. We're ready to go as Ava Faldudo will get first serve for Penn State, sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois. 4th time ever in the NCAA tournament, Penn State and Texas have met. Ella Swindle feeds Abby Vanderwall and gets the nice touch off the net for the first point of the match.
Vanderwall using that block of Penn State. She's done a really great job this season of just being a utility player for Texas. Watch for her to continue to get up and earn those first ball side outs.
Freshman Vanderwall hitting .239 coming in. Nia Bunton, sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, now serves. Setter Addie Lyon feeds Emmy Selman, and Bunton is there. Kari Spears first touch. Jillian Grimes with the dig, the Big Ten Libero of the Year. Texas gets the block off the Selman swing. It's Aiden Ames.
We talked about defense being a key opponent of this match, and Aiden Ames is just a huge part of that. She closes the block every single time. Watch for Ames to continue to be at that big presence.
Had 8 blocks yesterday, tying a career high. First swing, Kennedy Martin. She gets it blocked by Ames. 3-0 Texas.
Ames closing pin to pin, back-to-back blocks, such an elite move, and it starts with her footwork. She has a big explosive first step, allowing her that opportunity to close the block both ways.
Texas head coach Jared Elliott told us, defending Martin, you need 4 hands at the net. And Texas had those 4 hands there. This time, Martin gets the kill, and Penn State's on the board.
Martin does a great job of threading the needle high down the line. We'll see a lot of her different swings throughout the duration of this game, but one that's really, really good is that threading the needle down the line, going thumbs down.
And here is Grimes, senior from Westchester, Illinois. Selman swing into the net, and Texas gets the point.
Penn State trying to find that rhythm early on. It's really important for Penn State to control the first and second contact against a strong defensive team like Texas.
Texas had 2 long service runs in the win last night over Florida A&M, and Rella Binney led them both. Martin again from the right side.
Martin attacking that 1-6 seam. Really great vision by her to identify the seam in the block. Watch as she sees the seam, finishes her hand cross body, allowing her that opportunity to find that corner.
Yesterday with those 22 kills, eclipsing the 600 kill mark on the season. Her serve goes long, and Texas is up 5-2.
Serve and pass is going to be a huge part of this game, like any game in volleyball, but specifically here, both of these teams are really working hard to get each other out of system because of so many powerful arms offensively for both sides.
Ramsey Gary had 3 aces last night, junior from Pendleton, Indiana. Lions setting up Jordan Hopp, and Hopp on her first swing gets the kill.
Hopp is really good off of 1 foot, running her route behind. She does a great job of bringing her hip all the way around, getting great swing on that ball.
Katie Schumacher-Cawley, first female head coach to lead a team to a Division I national championship. That was last season. Also was part as a player of the 1999 national championship Nittany Lions squad. Stafford gets it blocked back. That was the setter, Addie Lyon.
Lyon saying that I can play some defense too, standing at 5'9". Lyon does a great job of just lining up in front of the apex of this ball. Big swing block, and it's that right hand that presses back into the court.
Her 35th block of the year. Long set Gary to Stafford, who gets the point this time.
Stafford's decision making is a big part of her game. She's identifying the play in real time. Does she have a green light swing? Does she have a yellow light swing? Maybe take a little bit off of it, use the defense out in front of her. All of these things happening while she's in the air.
Emma Halter, the senior libero, serves. Free ball, and oh, it was Grimes getting on the ground to keep the point alive. And then anticipating the dump by Ella Swindle. Swing long off Caroline Juravicius. Texas the point, but they had to earn it under their head coach, Jared Elliott, who has by far the most wins of any head coach in this NCAA tournament. 3-time national champ. We mentioned 2022 and 2023, getting his first in 2012. Halter gets the ace, and it's Texas's biggest lead.
Great hand-to-ball contact by Emma Halter. Very lethal serve because there's no spin on this float serve, which really allows the ball to drop.
Lyon feeds Martin, and Martin gets her 3rd kill.
Martin does a great job of broad jumping into the ball on her back row attacks. These athletes have to take off behind that 10-foot line, but can land in front.
82 straight matches for Martin with double-digit kills when she's played at least 3 sets. Remarkable. Stafford answers. So far, the 2 superstars getting it done, Stafford and Kennedy Martin.
Great rip by Stafford. Watch as she identifies deep line is wide open right in that sliver. This is a game of inches, and that was perfectly placed.
Junior setter Ella Swindle serves. Lyon, second set for Juravicius, and it works for the point from the sophomore from Cleveland, Ohio.
Penn State has to expect the elongated rallies. The Texas block has been working really hard all season long to up their blocking game, and it's shining right now. So Penn State has to cover their attackers and recycle in transition.
Now Lyon serves, over 2,600 career assists for the graduate. Nice dive from the back row. That was Jocelyn Nathan to keep the point alive, and it goes to the Nittany Lions.
Penn State doing a great job of using the block of Texas. They're attacking high hands. They needed to get on a bit of a service run, and they're finding it.
Back-to-back kills for Juravicius. Maggie Mendelson finds the space in the middle, and the senior from North Ogden, Utah, has brought Penn State within 1.
Mendelssohn stands at 6'5". She has a very big attack window, so setting her is really fun for Penn State because she has that length. She can use it. She can hang in the air and just find space on the other side.
And you mentioned Katie Schumacher-Cawley told us earlier today she must get production from her middles tonight. Mendelssohn, a kill on her first swing, 8 kills, hit .375 in the first round win over South Florida yesterday. Lyon to serve again. Into the net. Second service error for the Nittany Lions. Stafford to serve. She leads Texas in aces. Free ball to Vanderwall.
Vanderwall taking care of business. The 6'3" freshman outside hitter does not play like a freshman at all. She has that confidence. She has that little bit of a swagger as well. Watch for her to continue to make big plays.
Juravicius thought there was a touch at the net, but it's the Texas point, and they've answered Penn State's 3-0 run with 3 straight of their own.
And that was Vanderwall playing very smart. It was a disciplined block. She didn't reach for that ball and didn't get tooled.
Lyon to Martin, yes. Oh, we saw that quite a few times yesterday. Such a tough angle, and Martin has 4 kills already.
Martin showing everybody that there is always more angle when you are swinging, especially with her stature and length and point of contact. She doesn't drop her elbow. She keeps it high for that high hand-to-ball contact.
Faldudo serves. Halter let it go at the last second, and it was the right decision. And it's 3 service errors already for Penn State, none for Texas.
They're good aggressive service errors, but they're going long. If you're going to miss when you're serving, you want to serve long, not into the net, because you might tag one of the serve-receive athletes on the other side.
Long off Martin, point Texas.
Texas is going to use every opportunity, every unforced error. Whoever is on the other side of the net, they're going to feed off of that energy.
6 attacking errors for Penn State, just 1 for the Longhorns so far. Swindle to the freshman Kari Spears, and Spears gets her first kill.
What a great set by Ella Swindle. The set location, she was going against the flow, left to right, perfectly hung that set on the pin.
6-1 Texas run. 2 of the best programs in Division I volleyball history. So far it's been fun at Gregory Gym. Texas on top. 100 different ways to tell you about the great history with these 2 programs. Here's 3 of them. 236 combined tournament wins between Penn State and Texas. Both teams with 36 appearances in the regional semis and 12 national titles. 4 for Texas and 3 under Longhorn head coach Jared Elliott.
It is pretty impressive that we're seeing both of these teams in a second round. Lot on the line here.
What a set by Grimes. Perfectly placed for Martin, who has her 5th kill.
Penn State continuing to work out of system, trying to make out of system in system. Penn State needs to control that first ball contact just a bit more.
The Big Ten Libero of the Year serves. Wide off Vanderwall. Back-to-back points for Penn State.
Looked like Vanderwall thought she had that opportunity to tool that big block of Kennedy on the other side, Martin, but just went a bit wide on that choice.
Just the 2nd error for Texas so far. Swindle this time for Spears. 2nd kill for Spears here in the 1st.
Great play there from the freshman Spears. Continues to put up numbers for Texas. Has a fast arm. She's lethal because her arm is fast in the air with the step close as soon as her feet leave the ground.
5-time freshman of the week in the SEC, Kari Spears. Martin again, yet again.
Martin continuing to be lethal on the right side for Penn State. I expect Texas to continue to take away that meat of the court and thread the needle down the line, especially when you have Emma Halter playing left back.
She's top 6 in the Big Ten in aces as well. Ames gets it blocked. Rather, there was no whistle. Halter kept the point alive, and now a late whistle. Penn State does get the point. Emma Halter is looking at his head coach, wanting a challenge. A discussion with her second referee, Darren Clark. And it looks like he will challenge this because both teams have 2 challenges. You keep the challenge if it's successful. And Jared Elliott thinks that point should have kept going. Right now it's 16-13 Texas pending this review. Now normally when you broadcast here on Press Row, we are way up at Gregory Gym. From way up, I have thought that the ball hit the court.
Texas is challenging ball down on the pancake.
But of course, Emma Halter's view is much better than ours.
She was a little bit closer to the play than we were, David. But from this point of view, it is hard to see because we are sitting up higher above the fans. We'll take another look here with you. There's Emma Halter. That ball looks like it might be up there. She got under that ball. Another POV.
So that second angle, that looks a little different, doesn't it? It looks like the right side
After
of that
review,
ball might have hit the
call
court.
is confirmed. The ball was down. Texas will lose their challenge.
That angle has led Darren Clark to give Penn State the point. So back and forth, a first set of runs so far. Texas has led by as many as 6, and the Nittany Lions have it within 3.
And this is where the Nittany Lions need to use this challenge to their advantage. Are they able to get on a run of points, especially with Martin at the service line? She leads the team in service aces with 89 on the season, has a very high contact point.
Rella Binney sets up Ames. Grimes there yet again. Now for Vanderwall, yes.
Great set by Binney, allowing the Texas offense to be consistent, especially by their Penn attackers. These attackers know exactly where the set location is going to be every single time. 3
kills for Vanderwall as she checks out. Devin Kahahawai, the senior from Hawaii, in for the Longhorns. Wide off hop. Texas up 5.
Texas with all 3 front row hitters in the game. Set is back row, allowing them to have all offensive threats in the front.
Katie Schumacher-Cawley uses her first timeout of the set. 18-13 Texas here in set 1 with a trip to the regional semifinals on the line. Well, story tournament history for both these squads, of course. And for Texas and Jared Elliott, their 42nd appearance. Mentioned the 19 straight regional semifinal appearances. That's the longest active streak in Division I. 119 wins is 3rd most in D1. And of course, 4-time national champs, including 2 times in the last 3 years. Penn State the other.
And it helps the Longhorns when Elliott's Longhorns have hosted the first and second rounds every single year since 2004. They know what it takes to win. It's always nice to start off at home, though.
Well, of course, there's not many programs that can compete with what you see on your screen, but certainly Penn State is one of them. In fact, they're the only program to be in the tournament all 45 years. Mentioned the defending champs, 8 NCAA titles overall, and just 2 all-time tournament wins behind Texas, the 4th most in Division I.
And under Schumacher-Cawley's watch, they're 10-2 in the NCAA tournament.
We asked Jared Elliott a couple of days ago your thoughts on the Texas quadrant, because not just Penn State in this quadrant, Stanford, the 2 seed, they've won 3 national titles the last 18 years. Wisconsin also, and he just used one word to describe it. He said brutal, based on all the tournament championship experience just this quadrant has alone.
It's absolutely brutal. I called Pitt at Stanford, and that could have been for a national championship. The level of volleyball that we're seeing across the nation is at an all-time high.
Penn State beat Stanford in 2007, 2008 to win it all, and beat Texas in 2009 to take home the crown. Emma Halter, the setup for Stafford. So again, another answer back and forth. It's 3 in a row for Texas now.
Because Stafford keeps her shoulders square cross court, it really allows her in this out of system play to feed the ball back towards the left side.
Ramsey Gary keeps the point going. Martin for Penn State. Stafford again.
And there's that decision making coming in to play. Stafford reading the play at hand, seeing Penn State dug in on her because she's taken rip after rip. She took advantage of that opportunity and found that donut.
4 in a row for Texas, and the crowd wants more. Martin says, I'll take it back.
As she does with authority every single time she swings on that ball. Her point of contact, watch as she broad jumps into this ball. It's well like a front row attack because of how far she's broad jumping and how far she's reaching. 7 kills for Martin, batting .455.
I know it's impressive when you watch her on TV, but to watch her live, my first time to do so, just very few players as impressive as Kennedy Martin, especially when she's flying from that back row. Now the serve has really been against Penn State so far today. That's their 4th service error as they give it back to Texas up 7. And you see 12 attacks per set and the kills, 2nd in all of Division I. Stafford gets the block. It's all Texas now.
Great delay in vision from Stafford. Watch as she takes advantage of that tight play on the side of Penn State, delays her block, then reaches and swats it down.
Juravicius, her 3rd kill.
Juravicius has been a big arm for Penn State, and she is because she's in the front row when Lyon is setting in the front row. So she takes a lot of swings playing left front, especially with that right front setter. Watch for her to continue to up that hitting percentage this ball game.
Lexi Jin, freshman from Indianapolis, comes on to serve. Kahahawai, her 1st kill on her 1st win.
Kahahawai with a massive swing on the right side. Such a dominant athlete, being able to come out on the floor, stand at 6th floor out of Kailua, Hawaii. She does such a great job of just being that window of opportunity when Texas needs it to side out or find a kill in transition.
Swindle on to serve. Texas 2 points from set 1. Gary right there off the Mendelssohn swing. Now Spears. Juravicius. Longest point of the match. Stafford gets the kill. Set point Texas.
Gary keeping Texas alive. Number 32 in white coming into this game all season long, playing a major role in middle back defense. She's kept the Longhorns alive point by point.
Juravicius keeps Penn State in set 1.
Texas has taken care of their first ball contact consistently. They have a very good serve-receive lineup here with Gary and, of course, Halter standing right next to her.
Lyon on to serve. Stafford ends it for Texas.
Stafford taking the heat and serve receive out of system play made well in system with Ella Swindle setting that ball perfectly on the pin for a first ball side out and first set.
A 9-3 run to end set one. The superstars have come to play. Tori Stafford's 6th kill puts Texas up 1-0. Set one, 25-16. This marquee matchup between two of the best programs in NCAA Division volleyball history, going all the way back to when the NCAA took over volleyball. Tori Stafford took over late in set one, Victoria.
Tori Stafford's vision and selection offensively has kept the Longhorns in this ball game and helped them to win that first set. She is that spark plug. She's playing with joy. Look at that smile on her face. She's just having fun out there, and it was so fun to see her in serve and pass earlier today, just playing loose, playing free, and that's really bleeding into the rest of the Texas team.
No doubt she'll be a 3-time All-American when that's announced. She was a 2-time All-American at Pitt before transferring to Texas, averaging just under 5 kills a set. She had 6 in set one for the Longhorns as they took it 25-16, just one error, hitting .455. There was a really nice video about her on the NCAA volleyball website today. And in transferring to Texas, she's been able to bond with her teammates, but also bond with all areas of her life. In fact, she says, I'm very fulfilled in every aspect of my life now, and that's only helped her on the volleyball court.
And it's really showing and shining, and as I mentioned, the camaraderie within the Texas athletes, it really shows. They're looking each other in the eye, they're having fun, they're playing Aloha Vibes music during serve and pass, just feeling relaxed, free, and very confident.
It was a shock around the nation when it was announced that Tori Stafford would enter the transfer portal. And when she visited Texas, she says, I kind of knew. And it has worked out for her and her team. 24-3, 1 seed, hoping to host the regional semis with a victory over the defending national champs. And Stafford gets set 2 started. A free ball, and Nia Bunton puts Texas up.
Bunton saying thank you very much for the alley-oop, and I'm going to hammer this one down, patrolling the net as a middle blocker does.
It was Spears on the floor to keep the point alive, and Abby Vanderwall gets her 4th kill.
That is a very difficult set to hit. She has to track this ball behind her. Vanderwall is looking at the ball, having to manipulate it in the air and hit out in front.
Ella Swindle for Vanderwall. Jillian Grimes there. Spears with the kill off Martin.
Texas is doing a really great job right now by distributing their offense. Swindle at the helm of that, running such an elite offense. She's averaging just above 9.04 assists per set, and that's because of her distribution.
Longhorns have 12 of the last 15 points. And Martin, you know they're going to go to number 18 when they need one.
Absolutely. I think everybody in here and tuning in, whenever Penn State needs a point, they are going to find Martin, and here she is on that big attack in the back row. It doesn't matter whether she's in the front or back. Texas has to find her.
She has 8 of the team's 14 kills. Service error number 5 for Penn State tonight. Texas still without one.
Set is back row for Texas, so all 3 offensive options are at the net. And, of course, Stafford on that big attack.
It's 4-1 Texas, and Bunton serves. Oh, diving. That was Juravicious to keep the point going. But it ends with another Vanderwall kill. Texas looking unstoppable. How can Penn State stem the tide?
They have to control that first ball to allow them to distribute their offense.
That helps. First service error for Texas as it goes long off Bunton.
Penn State has to create opportunity on their side. Texas is not going to give them anything. If Penn State wants to win this game, they're going to have to earn it.
Faldudo serves. Here's Martin again. And another kill, her 9th.
Great placement there by Martin, establishing that yellow light situation. So she saw she wasn't able to have a big grip on that ball, found a solution play, and with it, a point.
Swindle sets up Spears. It falls in for the block. Or rather, they give Texas the point. I apologize. I thought that had fallen in, but instead out, and no protest from Katie Schumacher-Cawley. Relabini serves. Binney with the dig. Halter keeps the point alive. Another chance for the Nittany Lions. It's Mendelson from the middle.
That's a great play for the Nittany Lions, being able to score in transition. They haven't been able to do that at a high clip. In set number 1, they only hit 167, and that's because they're not finding ways to score in transition. That play, they were.
Mendelson 374 in the regular season, second team All Big Ten. Vanderwall another chance. This time finds space in the middle.
The Nittany Lions defense was really dug in. It was a little bit of an awkward play on the side of Texas. So the defense of Penn State has to identify when the athletes of Texas don't have a big swing. They have to identify when the off-speed shots are coming, or people will say those junk plays.
Gary serves for the Longhorns. Martin yet again.
Martin swinging high and away off any block that is out in front of her. Pay attention to her at the service line, her hand-to-ball contact, just like this here in this replay. Great hand-to-ball swiping off that block.
Just under 50 aces this season, she serves. Stafford answers.
It starts with the in-system pass from Gary, holding her platform on contact and establishing a great in-system play for Texas.
Emma Halter serving, had 25 digs in the win yesterday in 3 sets, a Texas record for a 3-set match. This time it's Selman, and how important is it that Kennedy Martin's teammates continue to get more involved?
They have to get involved, and we need to see a little bit more production out of Selman. She's been pretty efficient all season long. She has a big role as a passer. She's very steady. She's mindful with the ball.
I guess the dig off the Stafford swing. Another one, her second of this point. Juravicius again. Here's Martin. This time Bunton keeps the point alive. Juravicius finishes the point for Penn State.
Penn State staying calm in the chaos and patient during that long rally. We saw production from multiple offensive threats on the Penn State side, and that's exactly how they were able to come out with that point.
After the quick Texas start to the set, Nittany Lions within 8-7. Spears gets the point for the Longhorns.
I really like Selman going against the flow and finding her back row attack on the right side. That is such an elite play, and we're seeing a lot of right back attack production at this level now. You have to respect it.
Martin with the air, just her third. On 19 swings. Stafford. Talking about how the superstars have come to play. 10 kills for Kennedy Martin to easily lead Penn State. Stafford with 8 to lead her squad.
Stafford knows she's going to have a closed block out in front of her the majority of the time, but that is not going to affect her. As you can see her numbers there, she is going to take a rip no matter what.
Juravicius into the net, 4 in a row for Texas. Katie Schumacher-Cawley calls timeout. Nittany Lions had it within 1, but the Longhorns respond, looking to go up 2-0. Well, the stars have come out tonight. No surprise, Kennedy Martin, 10 kills, more than the rest of her team. Tori Stafford with 8 to lead Texas. However, Victoria, Abby Vanderwall, 6 kills, hitting .556. Kari Spears, 5 for 7, hitting .714. So it's not just Stafford so far for the Longhorns.
Vanderwall and Spears are a big reason how and why Stafford is so effective offensively. Swindle is distributing the ball at such a high level. All 3 of those athletes hitting over 400.
Spears gets another one.
Swindle continuing to create one-on-one opportunities, especially on these in-system plays and even out of system.
Just caught a shot of her dad, Marcus Spears, ESPN analyst, all decked out in burnt orange tonight. A 6-0 Texas run.
Great tip there from Stafford. There's Mr. Spears.
You know, if you want a couple of words about this match, he can certainly provide them. Of course, if you've watched him on ESPN, NFL analyst, always engaging. He's fully focused on Texas here tonight at home. Oh, Halter dive, and then so does Bunton to keep the point going. Juravicius gets it blocked. It's all Texas in set 2. Heck of an effort by the Nittany Lions, but Texas rolling.
Defense upon defense. First a dig, then the block in the same rally for the Longhorns. They've locked in their defensive game. They're reading and reacting. They're not guessing, and that's how they're able to be so effective.
Blocked again.
Coach Elliott mentioned that they were working on their blocking game, and it is sure shining here this evening. Stafford clamping down with that left hand. Nothing but ball.
Katie Schumacher-Cawley uses her final timeout of set 2 after seeing her team give up an 8-0 Texas run after Penn State had rallied to cut the Longhorn lead to 8-7. Longhorns took set 1, 25-16. And look at these overall numbers, Victoria. The Longhorns are hitting .476 against the defending national champs and holding Penn State to just 135.
And that's on the match. In this set alone, they're hitting .647 with 0 attack errors. That's 11 for 17, and that is very impressive. Let's take a look at Texas block per set. So this is what we were talking about earlier. They're working on their block. It hasn't been as good as it was in the past, but better late than never, David, because right now their block is off the charts. 5 blocks already in this match.
After 9 in the sweep of Florida A&M last night. Yeah, if you look at the stat sheet, blocks certainly stand out as a possible weakness for Texas. But like you just said, it has improved, especially tonight.
It's so important to watch and track the set, the apex of the volleyball. Not guess, but read and react. Go head up on that apex and press fast across the tape so you're not being used and abused up there with high hands. You want to go fast, low hands over the tape.
And we're used to seeing Stafford put up big numbers. Vanderwall and Spears, though, are freshmen. And although we're still late into the season, they've been a bit up and down the last few weeks in terms of their numbers. However, combined, Vanderwall and Spears, 12 kills, just 1 error. And if you combine that with Stafford, that makes Texas pretty hard to stop. Penn State keeps trying to go back to Kennedy Martin, but she's been on 10 kills for quite a while now. Long off Juravicius, and the run continues. 9 straight for the Longhorns.
So the Texas defense is also helping increase these unforced errors from Penn State. Penn State is afraid of that big block now of Texas, and they're not drifting, so they're really forcing these unforced errors. Penn State hitting a bit wide.
Grimes kept the point alive for a moment, but another Longhorn point.
A fast arm on that ball, of course, from Stafford. There's no delay in her arm. As soon as her feet leave the ground, her arm goes. Watch as her arm is already loaded as her feet leave the ground, allowing her that opportunity to go fast and beat any block.
Alexis Ewing is checked in for the Nittany Lions, freshman from Bethesda, Maryland. 77 kills on the year as Katie Schumacher-Colley just is trying anything to end this run. And it still goes now 11 straight points.
Texas still serving in rotation 1, meaning the setter is serving. Ella Swindle, all 3 attack options at the net.
Jordan Hopp finally ends the run for the Nittany Lions.
And Hopp has been able to find a side out when Penn State needs it, especially when she's able to run behind and attack on the right side of the court, especially close to that right pin.
Lexi Jin comes in to serve, but Penn State down big, 19-8. Longhorns looking to go up 2-9, and if Texas wins, they will host the regional semis beginning either Thursday or Friday. Indiana will be the opponent. Spears remains perfect. Without an error, that is, but she's 7 of 9.
Great look there by Spears, especially with Mendelson blocking in front of her. That's a 6'5" middle blocker for Penn State. Great decision making by Spears to identify that blocker and take advantage going right up and over.
Error by Martin. (21-8). Blocked again. Vanderwall this time.
The Longhorns came to play, and they are here. Another block for the Longhorns. 3 alone in set number 2.
Mendelson answers.
Mendelson always up, always available in the air, ready to score. She's good at finding corners as well. Watch for Mendelson to try and earn a couple points deep in those corners.
Addie Lyon with over 1,000 assists this season. Begin to start her 3rd week of the year. Serves. Spears once more.
Spears is in the zone. There's no doubt about it. Watches Spears unleashes on this ball. It's a controlled first contact. The block didn't know where the ball was going to go, and Spears taking full advantage.
First true freshman at Texas since 4-time All-American Logan Eggleston in 2018 to have over 300 kills.
She was the State of Texas Gatorade Player of the Year in 2022.
Anya Kujanjic with the serve. Long off Mendelson. Set point, Longhorns. We knew Texas was the favorite, but to see dominance like this against the defending national champs, Longhorns on top of their game. Texas dominates set 2. 25-9. And the defending national champs need the reverse sweep to continue their season. All Longhorns and everyone getting it done. Nia Bunton 3 blocks. Tori Stafford with 2. Texas up 2-9. Past the second round. That was 2021 Kentucky and Penn State looking to avoid a similar fate. But they're simply getting dominated. Victoria. Texas is hitting .511. and Penn State just 0-32. So how can Penn State at least start not only to get back into this match, but take set 3?
They have to create opportunity on their side. That opportunity comes with playing relentless defense, giving your side a chance to stay alive, and try and just keep putting those balls away at a high clip. We've seen that Texas has really leveled up their defense with 7 blocks on the match thus far. Penn State has to come out swinging with relentless defense.
I mean, I just love seeing the smiles on Kennedy Martin and company that you saw a moment ago. You've been dominated in the first 2 sets, but they'll look for the reverse sweep like they did in the 2009 national championship match over Texas. Longhorns looking for their 20th straight regional semifinal appearance. It would extend the longest active streak in all of Division I. Emma Halter, just 2 digs today. Quiet, as Penn State has not gone after her at 25 last night. Penn State gets the first point of set 3 as that is wide. Kari Spears' first error.
Here's where Penn State needs to utilize an unforced error. Can they create early momentum in set 3?
Ava Faldudo, the sophomore, serves. Texas gets the point. Violation at the net by Maggie Mendelson.
Violation being an overcall, meaning that when the setter goes up to set, you cannot grab that ball on the line of play.
Sophomore Nia Bunton with 3 blocks today serves. Ella Swindle dives for the dig. And on the other end, so does Faldudo. Emmy Selman gets the point.
There's Selman being that fiery spark plug that Penn State loves to have. You can see her looking her teammates in the eye, trying to fire them up here.
Katie Schumacher-Cawley praised Jillian Grimes' leadership when we spoke to her, hoping for a service run. Kennedy Martin's first touch, and Emma Halter's there. Vanderwall gets the point.
Great play by Vanderwall, being able to play yet again another ball away, a part of that lethal trifecta, I want to call it, with Vanderwall, Stafford, and Spears all contributing to the success of Texas.
And 2 of the best liberos in the nation here today. Of course, Emma Halter, part of the 2023 All-Tournament team, and Grimes, the Big Ten Libero of the Year. Grimes sets up Martin, and Martin, a ways away from the net, gets the point.
Martin taking advantage of that block, drifting just a bit off the tape there for Texas. Great swing.
That's her first kill in some time. 11 kills, but with 7 errors. As you see, just hitting 138.
Martin has a lethal float serve from the end line because of her point of contact so high across that tape. The serve is coming down at the serve receive.
Halter back to Vanderwall. Grimes there. Vanderwall again, yes.
Great choice by Vanderwall on that swing, going high up and around the block of Penn State. Watch as she's able to keep her shoulders square and see that seam perfectly placed between areas 1 and 6. That's that back right corner.
She's hitting .538 today. Free ball, Stafford wins.
And it's Gary with the assist at the end line, forcing that overpass for Texas.
Longhorns' first lead of set 3, looking to sweep the defending national champs. Stafford up to 11 kills to match Kennedy Martin. Both will be All-Americans when that official list is announced. And they're both semifinalists for the Player of the Year. Gary with the save. Spears gets the point.
Texas giving the fans what they want, and that's Ramsey Gary there with a huge dig, reaching outside of her body to keep the heartbeat alive for the Longhorns.
Gary again. Couldn't get to that one. Selman the kill.
Gary proving she is, in fact, human.
It's
hard to believe because she's touched about everything back there.
As part of Texas's 18-0 start, huge fifth set saves by Gary against Stanford and Louisville. And after the one the point prior, Spears and Stafford, who became instant friends when they met on campus with the celebration. Stafford, kill number 12.
The defense for Penn State cannot answer anything that the Longhorns are throwing at them right now.
An 11-0 run propelled Texas to dominate set 2. They took set 1 25-16. Now first time they've been up by multiple points. Great angle by Hop to lay it down.
And that's what she is good at. Lethal off of 1 foot on the slide attack. Very comfortable attacking on that right pin. In such a sharp angle, she cuts the ball off quick out in front of her nose.
I'm familiar with Texas. Was the team leader in blocks at Iowa State in 2023 when the Longhorns were a Big 12 member. Stafford, another one.
I like Stafford challenging the block there. She was step closing for that inside rip set, and she went ahead and went with confidence, challenged that block of Penn State, found a point.
Mendelsohn got her hand on the ball to prevent it from going down. Now Juravicius. Stafford once more. 14 kills, just 1 error.
It's the quality of touches from the Longhorns. Halter set, perfect location. It's a tempo set on an out-of-system play. And it's not just Halter with the quality of touches. It's Gary. It's everyone involved on the Longhorn side. They are in system. They are touching the ball with purpose.
Texas hitting 500. They hit 425 in the sweep of Florida A&M last night. Lyon for Juravicius. Free ball. But it's wide off Mendelsohn. That's a point Penn State simply had to have. Mm. 19 Penn State errors. Texas has 4. And an ace. Texas beginning to pull away.
Energy is contagious, and Texas has owned the energy inside of this arena since they stepped out on the floor.
Before this tournament began, Jared Elliott said, "We're playing with a lot of confidence, especially coming off the heartbreaking reverse sweep of the Hansa Kentucky in the title game of the SEC Conference crown." Said, "We're still playing very well overall." And Emma Halter told us after the win last night, it was hard waiting a week and a half to get back on the floor. They've been dominant since their return.
Also sharing Jared Elliott that this is one of the closest groups that he's coached. The juniors and seniors have really taken the freshmen and sophomores under their wing, showed them around, and just have a great overall attitude and presence across the board.
Ella Swindle sets up Vanderwall. Bunting the block. To the point you just made, I love Ella Swindle's comment about the culture of the group. She says as a team, the culture is effortlessly good.
It's a good statement to have.
Jared Elliott says, "I haven't had one issue with my team all season." Ames keeps the point going. Spears gets it blocked. It's Selman.
Good vision from Spellman, being able to control that ball, firing up her team. A stuff block is a big momentum play. Can Penn State rack up a couple more blocks here? They have 3 on the ball game. Texas with 8.
Service error number 6 for Penn State today to Texas's 3. Benny and Kahahawai come in. Swindle and Spears out. Benny comes on to serve.
Texas running a 6-2 here, making sure they always have a big block in the front row.
Lyon sets up Martin, and Martin gets the point.
Just tagging the outside of that sideline. Great cut on that ball to manipulate it, to cut very sharply, going thumbs up on the side of that ball. Texas has all 3 offensive threats in the front row.
Martin the effort from the back row, but Vanderwall, kill number 9.
And doing it with a smile on her face, she says, I'll take that point. 9 kills, batting .500.
I mean, obviously Texas, the national championship contender. We know that they're a 1 seed. But they get this production from their freshmen, Vanderwall and Spears up front. 18 kills, just 3 errors so far today. Obviously a tough out. I know Nebraska fans are saying, wait, we haven't even lost a match yet. They've been a tough out all season. The block continues to step up. Stafford comes through.
A little bit more on this Texas block. Regular season earning a 2.1 blocks per set. During the tournament, 3.2 through 5 sets. Talk about turning up the heat.
Selman, quite a set for her. She's up to 4 kills on the match.
Selman continuing to chip away as she can. She's been an all-around athlete for Penn State. She's put up good defensive numbers as well as offensive numbers. See if she can dig a couple balls here for Penn State.
Selman gets the dig from the back row. Stafford. First to 15 for the Longhorns, and a timeout at Gregory Gym. Kari Spears, Tori Stafford, plenty to celebrate about so far. Balance for Texas today.
And that's going to come from Ella Swindle, distributing her offense at such a high level. Multiple athletes hitting above 400. That's Spears, Vanderwall, and Stafford. And creating opportunity. Swindle's doing a really great job of set location. She's 6'3", so where she's contacting the ball is a very high point of contact to allow her to run such a fast tempo offense. She's consistent and she's sharp with her volley IQ, going against the flow, creating one-on-one opportunities for her offense.
I mean, there have been matches this season where Texas has had to go to Tori Stafford often. Today, certainly they have 15 kills, but also Abby Vanderwall, Kari Spears, those 18 combined kills, just 3 errors. Stafford gets another one.
Texas taking care of the junk plays, the overpasses, throwing down, miss ball handling on the sides of the Nittany Lions.
By the way, Stafford still just 1 error, 16 kills now. Oh, kept alive. Grimes the last touch. Martin and Nathan before. Still a Texas point at Stafford again.
Great set there from sophomore Benny. Here's the Penn State effort on that dig. Longhorns saying, was that down? Well, we don't need it. We'll go ahead and score anyways.
Katie Schumacher-Colley will challenge this point. I believe she thought there was a touch at the net prior to the Stafford kill, but we'll have Darren Clark tell us.
Penn State is challenging a touch that would constitute 4 hits.
All right. So we'll take a look. Every point now key.
It also helps to slow the game down just a bit there. Use one of the challenges.
She still has 2 left. You know, she told us it's been a challenging season, of course, for the Nittany Lions. They're just 19-12. Their All-American setter, Izzy Stark, left the team after the first 2 weeks, and she just told us she's been so proud of how her team has stuck together after that circumstance. Not the season, of course, we're used to seeing from them. The defending national champs, just 19 wins,
After
but
review,
she has really been proud of her squad.
There was a touch. There was not 4 hits. Penn State will lose their challenge.
Last season, Katie Schumacher-Cawley, first female head coach to lead a team to an NCAA Division I national championship. Of course, it could be Danny Busboom-Kelly, the head coach of the national champs this season, if Nebraska can finish an undefeated campaign. Kennedy Martin gets the kill, but plenty of room, though, for Penn State to have to come back from.
Penn State looking to chip away here at the service line. It is all go time now for the Nittany Lions.
And it's Jen to serve. Halter for Stafford. Long set for Jaravicius. Jen gets the assist.
Great work by Jaravicius in transition. Great high line swing. This is one of my favorite swings in volleyball. If you're able to find that high line and thread the needle, your hitting percentage will increase.
Stafford answers.
Another in-system play for a Texas side out. That has been the narrative all game long. Controlled first ball contact, leaning to one-on-one opportunities for all offensive threats with a point.
They are close to advancing to the regional semis for the 20th straight year, extending the longest active streak in Division I. And Ella Swindle is on to serve. Long, point Longhorns.
A few too many unforced errors on the side of Penn State. 22 attack errors, almost a full set.
Texas just with 5. Swindle, the service error. Indiana awaits the winner of this match. What a great story. The Hoosiers will just be their second ever appearance in the regional semifinal. First one coming in 2010. Lyon gives it right back, 20-13.
Coming into the red zone here for Texas. Looking to play disciplined defense. They have all match long. Earning those 9 blocks and 32 digs.
And Stafford, the service error. Faldudo comes on to serve for Penn State.
Salmon back in the front row for Penn State. Has been a fire igniting on the court for her team.
From the back row this time, Stafford, 19 kills and still just 1 error.
Great work from Stafford on this back row attack. Great route from her on that pick. Even going up against 2 blocks, she goes with the flow of the set, challenging high hands.
Martin gets the answer.
The first ball side out that Penn State wanted. Martin, of course, taking care of this ball. Feet to the apex of the volleyball, allowing her as a right-handed attacker on the right side to have consistent hand-to-ball contact.
Serve from Grimes to Vanderwall. Martin again. If you need a run, you might as well go to number 18 often.
Exactly. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's Kennedy Martin being able to continue to put numbers away, 14 kills.
Vanderwall responds.
Great game by Vanderwall. She has really come out and just proven she can play at the next level. 10 kills, batting .500, adding 2 blocks to go with it.
That .500 would be the second best of her career. Hit .563 against Vanderbilt. Martin again. But Texas 3 points away from the match. Martin trying to keep her team in it.
As she rotates to the back row, watch for her to get on that D-ball attack and right back.
Another chance for Vanderwall. Lyon keeps the point alive. Faldudo to Selman. Got it in. 22-18.
There's that fiery swing from Selman. She stands at 6'4", and she might be a sophomore, but she does not play like it. She comes out. She is the firecracker. She's been steady for the Nittany Lions, and you can see her trying to continue that here.
Long off Martin. Texas 2 points away.
Gary has been able to get on quite a number of service runs for the Longhorns as she comes to the end line, does a great job of playing the chess game. She's had 6 matches with 10 or more digs for the Longhorns this year.
Ramsey Gary has 12 digs tonight to easily lead her team. She hopes to serve it out. Benny to Stafford. Oh, Grimes from the back row. But it hits the speaker above the net. Point Texas, match point. Martin keeps Penn State alive.
Texas looking for that first ball side out here. Halter and Gary taking the majority of serve receive. Stafford front row outside.
If this is the end of Penn State's season, what a way to end it for Martin. Trying everything to have her team rally. Touch of the net, and for the 20th consecutive time, Texas is on to the regional semifinals.
The Longhorns came in and took care of business. They hit .452 on the game, having 3 athletes, Stafford, Vanderwall, Spears, all hitting over 400 on the ball game. We mentioned Ella Swindle distributing that offense, of course, as well as Benny. But the Longhorns look good. They look crisp. They look confident. That's exactly what Coach Jared Elliott was telling us. That's what we saw in Server Pass. And that's exactly what we saw here in this 3-0 victory.
Between Tori Stafford, Abby Vanderwall, and Kari Spears, 40 kills and just 4 errors. And that's the type of effort Texas is going to need if they're going to want to make a run throughout this entire tournament, including giving Nebraska, if they are to meet, and that would be in the national championship game, the Cornhuskers' only loss of the season. But still a ways to go for Texas, and they'll host an Indiana program with the most road wins in program history. They were picked 11th in the Big Ten in the preseason poll, and yet here they are in the regional semifinal for just the second time ever and the first time in 15 years. Wisconsin will make their way to Austin as well, and either Stanford or Arizona will take on the Badgers. We will know later tonight whether the regional semifinal is on Thursday or Friday, and Jared Elliott's Longhorns will be hosting here at Gregory Gym. Longhorns dominate the defending national champs and sweep their way into the regional semifinals. For Victoria Dennis, I'm David Salzman saying so long from Gregory Gym in Austin. Texas celebrates a regional semifinal appearance coming up next week. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Yeah, it's so fun watching you. I'm Victoria, by the way.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Texas sweeps its way into the regional semifinals, knocking off the defending national champions in Penn State at Gregory Gym in Austin. And we are joined by the two-time All-American and likely three-time All-American when the list is announced soon, Tori Stafford. Tori, 21 kills, just one error for you, hitting .556, but your squad overall hit .452. Was this the best match your team has played all season?
Whoa. I mean, I think we really came into the match really excited for it, and Ella was setting juice all around, so I guess you could say it was our best hitting match.
Ella for sure was setting juice and distributing the ball so well.
Yeah.
A lot of one-on-one opportunities for you and your teammates. Let's talk about representing Texas. How's the transition been? You play with a smile on your face. You play with joy. It's been so fun to watch you. How has it been?
I mean, it's been really fun. I think we were talking about going into this match defending the home, so we're excited to be hosting in Greg, and we're excited for next weekend as well.
Tori, we're used to seeing you with double-digit kills, but your freshman teammates up front, Abby Vanderwall and Kari Spears, between them 19 kills and just 3 errors. How important is that, and how does that help you play when you know that your teammates are getting so much involved?
We all have a lot of confidence in them, so we're excited, and we can't wait to see what they're doing the rest of the tournament, but they're confident and they're dogs, so.
What's something that you think about when you're attacking? Maybe a piece of advice for a junior watching. You go up with confidence, but what are you thinking in real time during the match to take all of these big swings?
You know, actually during the timeout I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, like, what do I think about when there's hands in front of me? I don't know. I think that our mentality is either keeping it or killing it. So if I see a kill shot, then I'm going for it. If not, then I try to play into the block so we can get ourselves another chance to score. Really high percentage in rebound kills, so that's something that we've been focusing on too.
Tori, congratulations on the win and good luck against Indiana next week here.
Thank you.
Tori Stafford, again, 21 kills, just 1 air, hits .556. She leads a dominating performance by Texas as they move on to the regional semis.